With a mere quarter-acre, besides growing vegetables and raising fish for food, is there a way to live entirely off it? The answer is yes. You can't garden without money to reinvest in seeds or cover your living expenses, right? In today's video, it's not just about what to plant or what to raise for food. I will share with you 5 small farm businesses that will help you turn a quarter-acre area into a full-time income. Let's get started. Every week, I share grounded insights on organic gardening and intentional living. Hit subscribe to ensure you're getting authentic, earth-first advice you can actually trust, straight to your feed. So what do you need to do to turn a plot of land with an area of only 1 quarter-acre, equivalent to 1,000 square meters, into the primary source of income for your family? First, you must utilize every single square meter of land. It is obvious that the more you grow, the more you harvest, right? However, things don't just grow simply because you plant them, as every species possesses its own unique biological characteristics. To grow the maximum number of plants in a confined space, you should apply high-density planting methods. I have shared this in great detail in the attached video. If you haven't seen it yet, save it and watch it later. Second, prioritize growing high-value crops. Instead of growing low-cost plants on vast areas of land, we focus on high-value crops that can be sold directly to customers, processed into specialty products, used for farm tours and experiences, or even leveraged for digital content creation. When these multiple income streams are stacked on top of each other, your earnings are no longer limited by the size of your land. Therefore, instead of betting on a single type of crop, we transform 1,000 square meters into a cash flow ecosystem. Third, divide your area intelligently. Imagine your land is like a high-rise office building. You don't just rent out the ground floor. You utilize every floor, every space, and even the rooftop to generate money. Do not design it like a field. Design it like a miniature village where every square meter has its own specific mission. Typically, about half of the area will be dedicated to an intensive vegetable garden. The remainder is subdivided for a microgreen greenhouse, chicken coops, goat pens, a composting area, and a tool shed. Don't forget to set aside a small courtyard for hosting workshops and a charming corner for a tiny house or glamping tent. When viewed as a whole, this is no longer just a garden, but a lean business machine where every square meter is working to create value for you. Once you have mastered these 3 core principles, join me as we explore in detail 5 models that you can start today. The first business model and most vital financial foundation is high-value vegetable farming. This serves as the weekly cash flow for your farm. Instead of planting long-term crops like fruit trees or rice, we focus on short-cycle crops with high profit margins per square meter. First are microgreens. You can grow them in stacked plastic trays within a small shed or container. With a harvest cycle of only 7 to 14 days, microgreens can generate thousands of dollars in monthly revenue if you have a stable outlet through high-end restaurants or health-conscious households. Next is the category of salad mixes and culinary herbs. By utilizing intensive farming techniques, specifically no-till methods, where you simply mulch with organic compost, you can plant rows closely together to maximize every inch of surface area. Do not forget to utilize vertical space. Use arched cattle panels to grow trellis tomatoes and cucumbers. These plants grow upward, freeing up ground space for understory crops. A well-managed vegetable system on just 500 square meters can generate $30,000 to $50,000 in annual revenue. The secret lies in continuous rotation. As soon as one row is harvested, the next must be planted immediately. The soil never rests, yet it is constantly replenished with fresh layers of compost. I have produced many videos teaching how to make compost from weeds to dry leaves without spending a single dime. If you haven't watched them yet, save them to view later. They provide the methods to transform waste right in your garden into a source of high-quality nutrition. If you're unsure which crops to start with, focus on those with short growing seasons, multiple harvests, and high market value. Examples include cut-and-come-again lettuces, kale, arugula, parsley, basil, cherry tomatoes, trellised cucumbers, and especially microgreens. These crops do not require vast acreage, but can be harvested continuously every week. Furthermore, these are the products customers are willing to pay a premium for because they are significantly fresher than the chilled vegetables in the supermarket. The second source of income comes from small animals. On a 1,000 square meter plot of land, raising a cow is unthinkable. But keeping a herd of Nigerian dwarf goats is entirely feasible. This is a small, friendly breed, and their milk is notably high in butterfat, making it perfect for artisanal cheese making. A pair of dairy goats not only provides food for your family, but also produces high-value raw dairy products for niche markets. In addition to goats, a pastured poultry system is an indispensable component. They function as workers providing cleanup and free fertilizer production. By using mobile chicken tractors to move them across harvested vegetable beds, the chickens will clear out crop residues, eliminate pests, and leave behind excellent organic fertilizer for the next season. While the revenue from organic eggs and goat milk may not be as substantial as that from vegetable crops, estimated at approximately $10,000 to $20,000 per year, their greatest value lies in the ecological balance they bring to the farm. Furthermore, selling goat kids as pets to urban families is a significant secondary income stream that many often overlook. Regarding startup costs, the good news is that you do not need hundreds of thousands of dollars. You only need to invest in an irrigation system, mobile chicken coops, and fencing for the goats. You can absolutely start small, building piece by piece each year to avoid going into debt. This is the primary advantage of this model, growing big by starting small. I wonder if you have ever heard the saying, "The money isn't in selling vegetables. It's in how you transform those vegetables into products of higher value." This quote serves as the premise for model number 3, value-added products. This is how you break free from your dependence on the freshness of agricultural produce and expand your profit margins by 3 or even 5 times. Imagine if you sell a kilogram of raw Napa cabbage, you only earn $1. However, if you transform that cabbage into a jar of kimchi fermented according to your own unique recipe, you can sell it for $10. Similarly, instead of selling fresh herbs for a pittance, dry them and blend them into specialty herbal teas. Goat milk from your herd can be crafted into handmade goat milk soap. These products not only command high value, but also have a long shelf life, allowing you to ship them across the country via e-commerce platforms. Furthermore, as handmade goods, they are currently in high demand, especially among those who embrace an organic lifestyle. Revenue from deep processed products can reach $15,000 to $25,000 per year. This provides a stable income stream even during the winter months when your garden cannot produce at maximum capacity. At that point, you are no longer just selling vegetables, eggs, or milk. You are selling your farm's brand. Regarding how to find customers, small farms should avoid selling through supermarkets because of price squeezing. Sell directly. Your customers are local restaurants, farmers markets, or families who subscribe to weekly vegetable boxes. In particular, leverage social media. When you share the story of your garden and your herd of goats, customers aren't just buying vegetables, they are buying trust and a lifestyle. We are living in an era where urban dwellers increasingly desire to reconnect with nature. This is why the fourth business model, agritourism, is becoming a goldmine for small farms. You do not need a massive amusement park. What customers crave is an authentic and peaceful experience. Yoga sessions with goats, known as goat yoga, are becoming a craze in many parts of the world, with fees ranging from $45 to $55 per person per hour. Workshops that teach how to make homemade cheese, how to create odorless compost, or simply paid farm tours for elementary students all provide extremely attractive revenue streams. A small farm tour for 10 people at $10 per person can bring in $100 in less than 2 hours. It is estimated that revenue from these experiential activities can reach approximately $15,000 per year. More importantly, these visitors are the most promising potential customers who will purchase your fresh vegetables and processed products before they leave. Agritourism does not just bring in money, it builds a loyal community that supports your farm. The final business model is a synergy between real estate and digital technology, enabling your farm to generate income even while you sleep. The first component is the farm stay lodging model. By utilizing a small corner of your land for a tiny house or a premium glamping tent, you can list your property on platforms like Airbnb or HipCamp. Weary city dwellers are often willing to pay $150 to $200 per night for the experience of waking up to the sound of roosters and the scent of fresh greenery. In tandem with this, you should transform your farm into an outdoor studio. Every daily task, from the way you mix soil and care for baby goats to your setbacks when pests strike, can become compelling content on YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. Becoming a content creator opens up new revenue streams from advertising, online courses on food self-sufficiency, or ebooks on intensive garden design. Revenue from lodging and digital content can range from $20,000 to $30,000 per year, depending on your creativity. This is the final piece of the puzzle that elevates you from being a mere farmer to a versatile business owner possessing a high-value intellectual property. Look at the big picture. When we aggregate all these revenue streams on a 1,000 square meter plot of land, $35,000 from fresh vegetables, $12,000 from eggs and milk, $20,000 from processed products, $15,000 from experiential tourism, and $25,000 from Airbnb and digital content. In total, you can generate over $100,000 in annual revenue. Of course, these are currently just estimates. Depending on the actual situation, the results will fluctuate to a certain extent. Furthermore, your choice of which livestock to raise or which crops to grow will directly impact your income. Please watch the attached video about the easiest crops and animals to start with on a quarter-acre plot, which will help you make the best choices for your land. And do not worry too much about operating costs or utilities. Since this is a micro model, these expenses account for only a very small fraction. The most important reason this model is sustainable is that it does not rely on a single source of income. If the vegetable season fails, you still have chicken eggs and goat milk. If the rainy season brings fewer visitors, you still have dried products and online content to sell. This is the principle of not putting all your eggs in one basket. The goal is not to produce a massive amount of food, but to create as much value as possible from a small amount of food. A tomato plant doesn't just provide fruit. It provides sauce, seeds, workshops, and even footage for videos with millions of views. A fascinating aspect of this system is its closed-loop nature. Surplus vegetables from the garden are eaten by the chickens and goats. Waste from the chickens and goats is composted into fertilizer for the garden. The garden and animals provide the backdrop for tourists and video content. Tourists stay at the farm stay and purchase processed products. Everything supports one another, creating a continuous cash flow loop. You no longer have to worry about vegetable prices dropping in the market because you have 4 other income streams to compensate. Many people worry that operating multiple models like this will be exhausting. However, in reality, once the system is up and running, the work follows a steady rhythm. At the beginning of the week, you sow seeds. In the middle of the week, you harvest and pack for customers. Another day is dedicated to deep processing, and the weekend is for welcoming visitors or filming videos. Once a process is in place, the farm operates like a professional small business rather than a state of haphazard busyness. Do not misunderstand that you can achieve all the aforementioned figures overnight. Building a micro-farm is not a get-rich-quick project. Rather, it requires a smart, persistent, and strategic implementation plan. Break your roadmap down into 3 pivotal stages. Year 1, the year of foundations and basic cash flow. The ultimate goal of the first year is taming the land and skill building. Focus your entire energy on soil improvement using the no-dig method. This is when you lay down the first layers of cardboard and cover them with golden blocks of compost. Your soil needs time to rebuild its microbial ecosystem. During this phase, start with the fastest moneymakers, microgreens, and salad mixes. These crops help you apprentice, but that looked the fastest due to their short harvest cycles. Bring your produce to local farmers markets or pitch them to nearby cafes. This is when you build your first customer relationships. Do not wait until the farm is perfect to start filming. Begin recording the first footages of your soil restoration journey, the failures in sowing seeds, or the joy of the first vegetable batch. Customers and YouTube viewers absolutely love overcoming adversity stories starting from scratch. Year 2, the year of diversification and ecosystem. Once the vegetable garden has stabilized and you have a loyal customer base, move into the completing the biological loop phase. This is the time to introduce dairy goats and chickens into the system. Chickens will help you clear the garden, while goats provide a precious source of milk. At this point, begin experimenting with value-added products. Take advantage of peak harvest months to make kimchi, pickles, or test your first batch of goat milk soap. These products will help you significantly increase profit margins. This is also the right time to organize small farm tours, either for free or at a low cost for friends and relatives. The purpose is to gauge customer reactions and listen to feedback regarding the space and service before officially commercializing tourism services. Your videos at this stage will become richer with the appearance of animals. Videos about caring for goats or the process of making handmade soap often have great appeal and easily go viral. Year 3, the year of breakthrough and automation. This is the stage where you reap the rewards from the seeds you have sown. The goal is optimizing profit and liberating labor. Once the revenue streams from vegetables, eggs, milk, and processed products have stabilized, invest heavily in accommodation infrastructure. A tiny house or a small glamping area will be the final push to reach a full-time income level. At this point, you're no longer just selling agricultural products. You're selling a lifestyle. Based on the experiences and mistakes of the past 2 years, package your knowledge into online educational products, such as intensive vegetable gardening ebooks or mini farming courses. This is an extremely sustainable source of passive income. By the end of the 3rd year, if you operate the closed-loop process we discussed correctly, you can confidently submit your resignation from your current office job. The 1,000 square meter farm is no longer just a hobby. It has become a multifunctional enterprise, granting you freedom in both finance and time. Achieving financial independence through a small farm is not a pipe dream, but a perfectly realistic path if you possess a sharp business mindset. These 1,000 square meters are not just land for planting trees. They are the foundation where you take command of your own economy. If you find this roadmap helpful, please share it with those around you. Thank you for watching the entire video. See you in the next one.